bring it in, they can't stop it. Check the drip, I tell them check the drip, ayy. Check the drip, I tell them check the drip, ayy. Check the drip, I tell them check the drip, ayy. Check the drip. Chain toe, before I chain go. Bust down, wrist stay froze. Pillow talk, keep your mouth closed. You a hater, let the Twitter fingers go. Ay, you got options, then let it show. Say it's on the pop and then let it blow. Shorty catching no profit off the pole. If you got the bag, drop it on the floor. Too many cars for me to drive them. Ay, got too many shooters, I'm a problem. Ay. Made it to the top from the bottom, ayy. Got too much money, I don't bother, ayy. Hands down.
want to shout out, PhillyShine Radio, because PhillyShine Radio is symbolically exactly what the name is. Honest from Philly, her show Shine, and it's the radio. So PhillyShine Radio, yeah, dog, goddamn.
We get a show started, you know what I mean? here showing love. I got my booster reader in the building. Are you taking a picture with me? Let's take a picture. Did I think mine's a little cross edge on? It's so pretty. Yeah, I don't care. Oh, it didn't come across? Okay. Well, your mic's not on. Wait a minute. Okay. Can you hear me now? I don't know. Let me say something again. Say something again.
Something again.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, I'm in here.
Yeah, say something again.
Something again. PhillyShine.
Yeah, we live on YouTube. You know what I mean? Getting excited. We got the events coming up. Everybody signing up for the top motherfucking 20 concert. This will be held at the end of the month, April 30th, live at Voltage. Headlining performances by Chud Montega, B-Vent, and shout out to Young Tay, Rap Guy, and Gabbana. It's going to be real, real lit, real, real official. But before that, we definitely got the 420 concert catered by Chef Millie.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta, yeah.
I can't wait
I
for
told
that.
you, yeah.
No, I
You
will be
coming through
here.
for that.
Oh, hell yeah.
You said you was coming.
What?
And then the reason why I have you here is because you have not only an amazing work that you do for the homeless and for Philadelphia, for your area, you know what I mean? You extended so much to me, you know what I mean?
Oh, no.
Become my friend too.
I love you.
I know. I love
You
you
are
too.
the absolute best. I mean, like, I can't even.
It's not about me. I know it's my show.
It's never about you, and that's what makes it about you because
Well-
you are always there for everybody without question. You just go out
We'll,
your way.
we'll have my turn later in the show because I got a new record.
Woo! I can't wait to hear this one. Yes, yes.
You know, I'm featuring on the joint with Sean King, you know, doing well.
Uh-huh.
I was on there, Sean was like, can you sing a little bit? I was like, harmony, yeah. I can do that. Yeah, I'm away. Yeah, so we'll have some fun with that later. But what you're doing is you're bringing Protect Your Heart to Philly. Now, for
Yeah.
those that don't know, what's Protect Your Heart? And
So-
like, why do you even want to do it? Like,
Okay, so
Why don't
Protect
you
Your Heart is this movement that started back in 2016. There's an artist named Uncut Art, and he calls himself Picasso. So basically,
Picasso? What that
Picasso,
mean?
like Picasso. Like, but,
Oh. Like he bring that
Picasso.
wow something.
He must bring something with it.
I was about to say, because I like when you get the food with the umami and it's like delicious.
right?
You know we like to eat good
I'm
food
girl,
now.
please. I'm all about my food. So
Ain't nothing to eat now, but it's
girl,
alright.
they gonna bring something, right?
Who?
Somebody.
Oh, I had a slice of pizza. I would like more food, but
You
we'll
would
talk
like
about that
that?
later.
Okay, so he basically like he's a street artist,
Okay,
and so
okay.
you know like he goes around, he does some really dope, you know like I guess graffiti, but they don't call it graffiti anymore. I just aged myself, but it's okay. So
What they call it?
basically,
Street art. What do they
street
call
art.
it? Okay.
So it's street art, and you know he's out there. He's from New York, I think, but he unveiled this really special piece in Miami, and it just started a movement. It's an upside down heart with thorns going through it to remind people to protect themselves, to take care of themselves, and also to work towards healing.
That's dope. So what did he do it in the Wynwood area in Miami?
Yeah. Yep. So in Wynwood, Miami, there's a activity that happens every year called Art Basel, and it's really really big.
Yeah, I was down there like right when it was starting. I was mad. I was like, shit, I should have stayed a couple more days.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I just missed it. But oh my god, that whole block is amazing. Have you ever been down there?
Yeah, I just was in Miami because I'm actually going to be doing a scavenger hunt in Miami. We're talking about the Black history in Miami, which is crazy. Like their history is crazy.
No,
And yeah, so we're going to be doing something down there, but it's going to be a lot of fun. It's never like my history is never going to be like boring. I don't do boring. But anyway, so I went down there. He economics. Thank you for that, because
We was
we sat around.
brainstorming and stuff. I liked that, like, because most people, and then even for me, I don't mind, but I ain't really teaching people that much stuff. I'll be like, well, when you ready, when you Google it, I'll be here so we can get some money together. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, like, you know, most people don't have time to teach, and I appreciate all our teachers and all these opportunities to learn something. So this is an opportunity for you artists to learn some things about economics. Yes, hip hop and economics go together. That's like saying business. You know
Yeah,
what I
it
mean?
is business. It's big business. And here's the thing. A lot of folks out here, they still over here trying to sell drugs. Like, that's their come up. It is so not a come up. You're not even making minimum wage for the hours you put in. But if you're able to identify a way to just,
You're not.
um,
That's wrong.
but like being an artist and all the different levels of it, running your own label, and actually creating a message that's going to impact your community all in a in a right way, that's when you're really impacting things right, right? Like,
Right.
you're making more money, you are learning about how to manage your money, and you're impacting your community in a right way, because you have no idea how impactful hip hop is on the rest of the world. Not our streets, not our neighborhood, but the world.
I mean,
The
if you
world
guys,
looks at us first.
I mean, if you guys don't see Wiz Khalifa in the Oreo commercial, like, come
yo,
on, like,
okay?
listen,
So-
that's money.
right.
Oreo and hip hop.
Okay,
Wiz
okay.
Khalifa and his son, Lil Bass, yes.
So you see, like, those small things, they look like small things to us because we just see people on TV all the time.
Right, right,
But
right.
us being able to push through and be on a Oreo commercial, to have Jay-Z on Entitled, to have, like, all of these artists that are, like, they're taking back our work and making it work for us as opposed to the other way around. You know, so we're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about the impact of what we say in hip hop and how it impacts the economics of not just our streets but of our world.
Right.
And then, we'll be doing a couple of conversations about that. And we're gonna open that for open mic because we always want to have fun. We're always going to educate you, but it's going to be in the spirit of having a good time while we at it.
That's
So
dope, that's dope.
yeah, we're gonna be at the bank.
And then my people's Showtime Dom, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Shout out to him. He has a clothing line and nonprofit called Black Hearts Unite.
Okay.
And it's not so much that it's making a statement, but it's like trying to teach people, like, we want the Black Hearts to unite. You know, so many people have tried to keep, you know what I mean, like, they try to make us segregated all the time, like,
Absolutely.
in our own community, like, you know what I mean, the light skin versus dark skin, you know what I mean,
Yeah.
the haves and the have-nots, and all these different type of things they try to do to tear us all apart. But I like that he has that Black Heart Unites, and he's actually inviting us to come down to 410 South Street as well. You know what I mean? That Sunday night, yeah.
Yes.
We're
Oh.
gonna have some fun. Yeah,
Yes.
it's 421.
Yes.
So, yeah, if we gonna have a lot of stuff fun. You know what I mean? A lot of fun stuff going on. I see Melissa about to come in, so I'm gonna play some music so we can have a nice little transition. Let y'all check out this new shit. I'm singing. Little auto tune. I ain't need the auto tune.
Hey, just put your business in the street.
I'm
Say it
not
one
telling
more again.
everybody. Yeah,
Kick down doors to the top with that brake strut. Haters
I'm off that drink, it got me moving slow. And my little partner up all night, he off that Adderall. We smoking hella strong, yeah, we got hella hoes. Now they can't move like me, I'm counting hella dough. I'm off that drink, it got me moving slow. And my little partner up all night, he off that Adderall. We smoking hella strong, yeah, we got hella hoes. Now they can't move like me, I'm counting hella dough. Had to run another check, I'm getting busy though. In Atlanta with that drip, they wonder how I'm cold. It's my time, a nigga waiting, now it's time to go. And when I dip, I gotta pop right back in Hollywood. Them niggas know they mad, Couple hundred on my wrist, they hate to look at that. I'm coming up and they can't stop it, you know that's a fact. And I don't do it all that bucking, cut the chitter check. And I be gone all night off that antidote. And all these potions in my Sprite, I'm on that Dexter flow. I'm with gorillas in that field and they on go. That rider gang and money team, they know how we roll. I'm off that drink, it got me moving slow. And my little partner up all night, he off that Adderall. We smoking hella strong, yeah, we got hella hoes. Now they can't move like me, I'm counting hella dough. I'm off that drink, it got me moving slow. And my little partner up all night, he off that Adderall. We smoking hella strong, yeah, we got hella hoes. Now they can't move like me, I'm counting hella dough.
PhillyShine Radio, we big. Checking out that new music and shit, you know what I mean? Even though Melissa and Sarita steady fucking talking, they would talk through the whole damn song and shit. But it's cool. I don't care, y'all can call each other later and shit. Damn, we trying to play the music. I can't even make a video, y'all so fucking loud. Jesus.
No, you can still play the music.
I love y'all. But no, of course I'm still play the music. I enjoyed it, you know what I mean? Y'all running y'all damn mouths. Talk later. Shit.
We can't. We're so excited.
PhillyShine Radio, we live on a Tuesday. Melissa back in the building.
Hey.
Late as usual. That's her new thing, though. What's your shirt say? Extra?
Extra.
Yeah, extra. That's cute.
Thank
you.
you.
Look at little cuffs. Okay.
Thank you.
Bitch, where was that in the winter? It's hot as hell today.
No, it's still okay. It's spring season. I wear whatever I want. I don't worry about the weather.
That's right.
I wear white in the wintertime. I do whatever I want to do.
Yeah, I'm just saying. They cute, though.
Thank you.
They're definitely cute. But they was on sale. Them joints are cute, though.
They was only like $5 for both. So it's like,
really? Oh, that's dope.
Yeah,
that's so cute.
Thank you.
Yeah, real cute.
Thanks.
Yeah, definitely official. You know what I mean? I was checking out that new shit, HonestPhire, Sean King. You know what I mean? Doing well and shit. Real lit music. Summertime music for y'all. And then my boy Killer, you know what I mean? Killer7. Follow him on Instagram, that drink. You know what I mean? Real official. Look at Shab. Looking all cute in your little Kango.
Yes. Feeling the spring
What's
season.
up, Shab?
LL Cool J.
Real, yeah. Banger in there. Banger want to compliment too. R3 in the building. Looking all fly and whatnot.
Let's give everybody
Adidas. Right. Shout out to everybody. Man, I was gonna wear my purple hair too, because I knew you said your hair was purple.
My hair's purple right now.
But it's too hot. It's too hot for me with the purple. Like I'm like, my purple is real big too. And I get hot easy as hell.
This is quite big.
It's cute though.
I love it though.
Yeah, I do. I do. I said. I definitely do. I do. But who's our other guest that we're gonna have? Where is she at? She's running late too.
Oh, you know what? I haven't even spoken to her, so let's see if she comes.
You didn't spoke to her?
I did not speak to her. Nope.
Well, check it with Shorty. See what's up.
Yeah, I'm gonna check in with her. See what's going on.
All right, yeah, we lost a couple callers, but it's cool. Hopefully, you guys call back. I also had my boy Mr. Bankroll calling from Indianapolis. So shout out to my boy Lucky and Mr. Bankroll. I definitely have your music on deck. We're gonna show you some love today as well. Real dope artists. I love my Indianapolis artists. Like, their talent is unmatched. Indianapolis, St. Louis, Cleveland, Houston. I love y'all music. You know what I mean? Oh, of course, in South Carolina. You know what I mean, y'all? My favorites. I say favorites. Right?
Of course. Shout us out all the time.
PhillyShine.
Shout us out all
We
the
on,
time.
we live, we on PhillyShine Radio. When you gonna be my guest again, Fox? Okay, that's what's up. All right.
Whenever you want.
We'll bring him in. You know what I mean? Of course, you know, the topic, stop the violence in every episode. You know what I mean? Y'all know how Glockaware said homicide is the #1 cause of death amongst our youth. It's not them that's killing us, it's us that's killing us. Stop with all these conspiracy theories and just start solving your problems and loving your brothers. Like, what the fuck, guys? Like, for real. Like, please.
There's going to be a march. There are going to be 2 marches on May 4th.
Oh, wait a minute. You
hear me? So there's going to be 2 marches on May 4th. One in North Philly. And one in West Philly. We're going to be doing it a unified march. So they start at 11 and at 2. So everybody that's in West Philly, please show up. Starts at 51st and Haverford, and I'm helping to put that one together. Starts at 11 on May 4th, which is a Saturday. So we're really looking for everybody to come out and support. Miss Sonia Dixon lost 2 grandsons in 12 months.
Wow.
In 12 months. And the last, and one grandson was murdered on 54th and Udall. And then
what in Udall? Which Udall?
54.
Udall in
like off
in
of
54th
Market
Street, run parallel.
Yeah, so like right off of Market.
Market. Damn.
And then her other grandson was murdered. I want to say October, and on her steps. So
on her steps.
On her gosh, right in front of her house. You know, and they don't. But this was a drive-by. So he was trying to get all the little kids and everybody out the way of fire. 4 people got shot. 2 people got killed.
Wow.
And one of the drive-by folks actually drove by her house with and threw her the finger.
What?
It's disrespectful. Like.
Did they catch the guy?
No.
That's
so
crazy.
But
how did she know it was the guy?
The same car.
I mean.
Like they came back the next day or something?
It was over I would say, I don't remember the window of time. I just talked to her the other day, and she was telling me, I was like, wait, what? I do a lot of work with anti-gun violence stuff, and I, try to keep my head to the ground. I work with folks like Ike Raw. You know Ike. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, like he's amazing in his ability to kind of get people to come together. But between Ike, Zarina, the folks at Moms Bonded by Grief, Moms in Charge, Charles Foundation, but we have to actually be the ones to say this is it. Yeah. And we also have to require that we're not going to do this in our neighborhood.
Right. Right.
So
Yeah, like even Mothers Against Grief came to the funeral of my friend Christian. He was murdered a couple years ago. Mm-hmm. Right at the gas station, right on Bryn Mawr and Winfield Avenue.
Wow.
And even with him, he's somebody that just didn't bother anybody. Right. So for me to just for him to just lose his life, and then
Moms Bonded by Grief.
Moms Bonded by Grief, for him to lose his life, but then to see that it was so much unity, you know what I mean, and it's common, and it's a shame that it's common. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's so horrible, because even for my son, who's, you know what I mean, my heart and my soul, I always just told him, like, you got to stay out the way. Like, but you can't stay out the way if it just comes your way. Like,
some things come to you.
They do. I mean, like the other day, I was walking, I was sitting on my couch, and then I just started hearing all the bullets, and I don't even I live in a neighborhood where there's a lot of gun violence, but it's not like you hearing it like a war zone. But I'm like, what the heck?
What's going
on?
Look,
I got to go find the safest space in my house.
Yeah.
Because
people have gotten shot in the house.
In the house.
Yeah. So that's happened.
No, my mom had a fire in her house, and somebody shot her door. Thank God nobody was home.
Oh, wow. That's crazy.
You
know what? But at the end of the day, like, these politicians, y'all know y'all need to do something. Mm-hmm. Y'all need to do something with these gun laws. The NRA runs this America. The NRA and the drug companies run America. It's crazy. Yeah. You know what I mean? They just had that massacre in New Zealand, and they just banned all assault rifles.
And how hard was that?
They just banned it, just like that. Like, I know that's a smaller country or whatever. Let me
tell you something. At the end of the day, Philadelphia.
No, but I understand. Yeah, it's way bigger than Philadelphia.
They can pass
for
a
us
law
to
like
say,
that. Just everybody get the guns. Yeah.
But no, they could. It's politicians, it's council people, it's you know,
It's
representative, it's
politics.
senators in
Yeah.
every state in our whole entire country.
Yeah.
That's true.
You know what I mean? And then what's so crazy is most people, instead of really saying that this is something that's affecting all of us, just because it's not in Bucks County as
Right.
much, you know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
Why shouldn't
But who's
this
to say
representative
things
from
don't
Bucks
happen
County
out
shouldn't
there?
have
They
killed?
do. And
But no,
actually,
it's not the same thing that's happening there.
We don't
in
know
Bucks
that.
County.
They probably hide certain
You
things.
know for a fact this
No,
shit is
I
not
don't know.
happening
It's
in Bucks County.
No, it's
shit over there.
different. What
Yeah.
you see out there, you see
Yeah, it's
more. You see
nothing like that happened in Bucks County. Like none of the violence that we have to deal with in Philadelphia.
I think
in greater
sometimes they hide
Philadelphia.
certain things in the suburban community.
Okay, with the conspiracies,
They
but
don't
what
think
I'm
it's
saying
conspiracy. I
is
think it's
what
true.
I'm
Well,
saying
see,
is
but let me explain something to you that I found really frustrating. So, I started working with this movement last year with the kids, like March for Our Lives Philly. And first thing I called every school. I called every high school. Hey, my name's Sarita. We're doing this march. We want to bring the kids out. This is about them. They need to be able to kind of give some voice to their frustration.
That's
And
nice.
also, but not from a point of just like being like derelicts, but to like really be able to manage themselves and to help work through this trauma. Not one school called me back. Right?
Not one?
Not one school called me back. We had over 12,000 people come to the march, and the majority of them came from outside the city. Okay? The other part to that is that when I talk to kids, I'm like, yo, okay, so this is what we're about. Oh, that's for them white kids down in Florida that got shot. Okay,
But-
so yeah,
But
that's how it
listen,
started, but this is where we're at.
But at the end of the day, what I like about March for Our Lives, they were including everybody. You know what I mean? When they had the big rally in Washington D.C.,
Right.
they included people who are a part of inner city violence. You know what I mean? They included the one boy who his twin brother was murdered.
Right.
You know what I mean? On a college campus in Washington D.C. or Baltimore or whatever. It's included. Like, not to say that. And that's what I was going to say is, leading off of what you're saying, Bucks County might not have as much violence as we're having, but they could be just as easily affected by what's going on in Philadelphia.
Right.
You know
That's
what I mean?
true.
We're all here. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're all affected. Not to say that one person's
That's
problems
true.
are better or bigger than another, but people have to come together to say these are problems that we should come together to fix.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? We should
Exactly.
come together and fix. And there's so many
I agree
people
with that.
that'll bury their head in the sands. Like you said, you calling up schools and they're burying their heads in the sand and they're just, you know, making up things and saying like, oh, people just don't care or whatever. Like how Melissa's saying, like, you know, you're hot. They just hiding their shit and they don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? It's got to come to a point where people want to be accountable for things. I said last week, I loved how I saw Stacey Abrams on Morning Joe the other day. And everybody was like, why do you agree with identity politics? And I'm like, whoa. She's like, because at the end of the day, I can identify a problem that a person's having in a rural area. And I can identify the problem that the person's having in the inner city. You know what I mean? You can't just say, oh, I'm only going to care about your one problem when we're all around each other. You know what I mean? And then, like, that just struck me to my heart.
That's
like,
key.
most people don't think about that. Like, just because I don't have the same problems as you, motherfucker, don't mean I don't have motherfucking problems. Like, what the fuck you mean? Like, you know, my problems is different.
Right.
You know what I mean? A person in a rural area, farm community, they might not have broadband. They might not have the infrastructure. They might not have jobs or, you know what I mean, certain things.
That's still problems.
Yeah, those
That's
are
still
problems. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And those problems cause that where you don't have as much money as you want. You know what I mean? You don't have
More
access
poverty,
with
yeah.
Right,
you don't have
poverty is
access
real.
to everything. Yeah.
Access to schools, like even dealing with like the issue with the way that they're funding these schools, it's crazy.
Look
You
at
know?
rich
How
people.
is the school
Rich people.
funded? That's something
Rich
that
people
schools
got
are
problems.
Funded by the taxes that you pay.
First
So if
of
you live in a
all,
bad
listen,
neighborhood, guess
I don't
what
know
you do?
what they doing with this money. Did they figure out what happened to the sugar tax money?
So what
Shit.
about the charter
no,
schools? How's that being
so,
funded?
So charter
Those are
schools
privately
actually
funded.
get money. No,
And they get funding,
No, they
too.
get the majority of their money comes from the state.
oh,
So
people don't, I didn't know that.
yeah. So every time that there's a charter school, they getting our money.
Oh, they getting our money.
Yeah,
Yes.
hell yeah.
So
Yeah,
and the sugar tax, the
So why is it
like,
that I gotta go through a whole lottery to get my son into charter school if they taking my money?
they
Like,
gotta because they can.
You gotta complain.
because you can. So in DC, 49% of the schools in DC are charter schools.
that's about to be here.
Okay, but they're doing. But but here's the thing. So check
Yeah,
it out.
that's
Check it
already
out.
here.
When you live in an underserved community,
and you do not go to your child's school, and you do not check in to see how these kids are doing in their grades and stuff.
Yes.
And then they will start having meetings, clandestine meetings that you are not invited to, because what they're doing is privatizing the public schools.
Right.
So they will let your child fail. They will put your school into a position where it goes into a tailspin, and then it has no room to do anything but, we'll give it to them because they can run it better.
Right.
And then your child is still not going to get an excellent education, but they are going to spend a hell of a lot more money doing it. So you have to show up. You have to be present. You just do.
Listen, like even with my son, like, please, I was fortunate enough to work like 5 blocks away from my son's school. You know what I mean? And then even when he was going to school further away, I was always at his school.
Right.
I was always there, whether if it was good news, bad news, Fox saying he's always at his children's school. Like, but you know what's crazy? That's what they teach. But then certain people, and then I even noticed that now with my godchildren. The teachers kind of want to just give up on the kids. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
They just want to give up on them.
Well, you know what? I don't think it's like giving up. I think it's like that you have people in all different type of categories in public school. I know it came to a point when I was in high school. The kids that wanted to learn. The kids that didn't want to learn, forget about them.
But it's not. You can't do that.
But you can do that because there's so many people and the ratio is so big.
You
shouldn't.
Here's the thing.
It's kind of like that nobody's gonna learn.
Right,
because then you have those students that don't want to learn. They'll come to school and actually put their head down.
Okay,
the teacher can't stop everything and focus on that
you
child.
know what? There's a different way
and that's
to
even
teach.
how I say.
So
That's
that's
even how
how-
I say they need more counselors.
That student's going to learn.
See, you have a
No,
lot
but
of
that's
issues.
the thing. The kids just don't have like school. They have other things going on at home.
Right,
And
exactly.
the teachers are not equipped to handle those things.
But see,
and it's only one teacher to like 30 teenagers. I don't know what what that's like.
But most
it's
people,
hard.
It's
most
hard.
people, and then even y'all talking about things that are like way above our pay grade. Because when
That's
it comes to certain things in schools, like when it comes to stuff like that, the teachers don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? They don't say,
Because they
maybe
underpaid too,
this child needs to go see the school counselor.
Yeah,
you
Maybe
don't have
this
a school
child
counselor.
needs to
They don't
figure
have
out
school
certain
counselors no
things.
more?
Every school don't get a school counselor. Some schools
That's
only
fucked
have
up.
1 to 2 school counselors. You got some schools that have over 1,000 kids.
Yeah, that's
And-
crazy.
Ah.
That's crazy.
Ah.
That's ridiculous. That's
But
ridiculous.
so when you end up with a situation like that, see, here's the thing. I'm a community partner with Parkway Northwest High School. I
Okay.
don't live in Germantown, but they asked me to come and work with their kids. It's
That's
voluntary,
Okay.
but every month we work on a different project.
That's good.
Every month we do something.
The project.
But here's the thing. When my kids was in school, when my daughters were in high school, I was still there. I remember the day that my daughter called me and said, "Mom, this substitute teacher is harassing me."
Oh my God.
Right, that's crazy, right?
Yeah, that
she's
sounds crazy.
so she's a senior, right? And she has just started getting her college responses back,
Oh,
right?
that's nice.
Okay,
So I'm like, "Oh yay!" And she's like, "Mom, this lady, she won't stop picking with me."
Uh,
What are you talking about? This lady had my daughter in her class when she was in 10th grade,
Okay.
and my daughter laughed during class,
okay.
and the lady didn't like her.
Because of that?
And so my daughter is now in the 12th grade. Mind you, you still a substitute teacher. We in the 12th grade now.
what's-
She about to be out here and going to college. And she
Yeah.
goes to my daughter.
Oh, no, you can't do that.
Hold up. Yeah. But she goes to my daughter and says, what schools did you get into? I'm going to find out. And she was like, "I'm not telling you, but I'm going to find out, and I'm going to call them and tell them whatever scholarship money they gave you that you don't deserve it." And
Where's she at?
Raj, how about she need to be
Teacher
fired? Because I went right down there, like when she was in 2nd grade. Nobody's like, you have to stay
Wait a minute,
involved.
wait.
What?
You mean to tell me this lady bothered her through her whole entire
school.
school?
But she
her
didn't.
whole
No,
entire
no,
high
she
school?
was
No.
no, she was
Like, little-
she was in 10th grade and 12th grade. She came
Yeah.
at her again.
Wow.
Cause see, right,
She
and then I
left.
had to go down there and I had to remind her, which a lot of parents don't do.
I got plenty of teachers. You know what I
Right.
mean?
I
check.
never heard of
But
that.
see,
I
here's
would
the
check
thing.
the shit.
You
gotta-
have a responsibility not only to your children, but to
Yep.
your nieces and to your kids that's on your street.
Street.
Because
Yeah, that's
let me
true.
tell you something. When my
Kids
kids'
look
friends
up to you.
come around,
That's
they be
true.
like, "Hey, Mom."
Yeah.
I don't think they even know what my name is, and that's okay.
Yeah.
It's really okay.
'Cause that's how
'Cause
they
all,
identify you
Yeah,
as.
I'm Mom. Yeah.
And they want,
I'm Mom.
that to
And
talk to, yeah.
so when I go into the schools, I don't mind. I'm mom, okay? But every child that's around me is my child. I'm not going to let anybody disrespect them or the sanctity of this educational facility. So if you're doing something that's
what
not
did you
right,
do to that lady? Like,
I
what
straightened her
happened?
out. First of all, I went and had a conversation with her, a nice, good one that only a parent can do. And then we went and talked to the principal to make sure that that was never going to be the case again. Because what you're not going to do is threaten her financial ability to go to school.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
And you're also going to check yourself about how you talk to a child. Because I don't care if she's taller than you.
Well, they
baby,
still
what
are
up,
children.
Raven?
They still are
But
children.
you know what? And you know what?
Teenagers are children.
It's so many. It's so many teachers
Right.
that don't have respect for themselves. So it's hard for them to give respect to children.
Right.
And I feel like those motherfuckers need to quit.
And they
Like,
should.
y'all should
Because
quit.
guess what? But my point was that we as adults have the ability to go spend time with our kids
Right.
during the day.
No,
If you got a little bit of time, or if one day a month, you decide the same way.
Right.
Like my kids went to a preschool that had a co-op, so they expect, it's part of the contract. One day a month, you need to be here. You gonna hang out with these kids. Period. You don't like it, then don't put your kid here.
Right.
But
Okay.
but you
That's a
can
good
in
idea,
your
though.
mind
They should
make
do
a
that in all
decision
schools.
about, I'm going to be at my child's school. Not only do I get to see what they're doing, I get to see what they're not doing, and I get to check in. So you be ready for me. And you're going to bring your homework together.
And a lot of things I think can happen because most people are aware now. You know, even though it is kind of crazy because you know, certain things are accessible to people and they think it's more easier to take the easy way out. You know what I mean? People want to take the easy way out.
Right.
But like, look at what's just now happening with the rich people's problem. You know what I mean?
What's
with,
happening? Hold up, because I don't keep up with the news
you know, with the college scandal. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they,
the ladies,
the
they paying
ladies.
$500,000 to get their children in school. But like,
Yeah.
like, you know,
Why would you
Felicity
even go
Huffman,
through all that?
you guys, and the other girl, Laura Linney, whatever her name is, the first, whatever, the chick from the show, Full House, the chick from Full House,
Yes, but
whatever.
she's going to get in
Like,
trouble for that.
of course, yeah, not that much. They're going to get a slap on the wrist, but what's more fucked up is now you're a child who you wanted to pretend she was on this team, who was actually a influencer online. She lost her Tresemme sponsorship. She lost her sponsorship from something else. You know what I mean? Because instead of her wanting to, you know, work hard, she could have kept that shit. She didn't have to fucking go to what it was, whatever the school was, University of South, whatever, California, whatever the fucking school is. I don't know all the goddamn details because I didn't give that much of a fuck. But what I did care about
But
is the
why
fact
is
that
it they, like,
the parents should have made more harder decisions. Like, oh, baby, you can't get in that school.
And that's
You're
it,
going to
yep.
get in this school. But guess what? We're still
'Cause she
able
wants-
to, you know, give you better opportunities. Most people don't. They want to live, you know, they, like I said earlier, the haves and the have-nots. You want to just have. You can't have every fucking thing.
Right.
Like, bring your children to, and bring your community to a thing, to a understanding of, like, oh yeah, sometimes we have to be happy with what we have, you know what I mean, and not be down on yourself. Like, if that's all you have, don't have it like lower your self-esteem. Don't have it thinking that you gotta cheat. Don't have it thinking that you gotta steal.
Unfortunately, I saw the videos of that little girl. She never felt like she had to do the work. She was very, so that was the issue.
But so what? But there was a lot of people who could relate to her, and then at the end of the day, even when I saw the videos, I saw it as a cry for help. You know what I mean? This girl maybe is missing something. She should have, you know what I mean? She should have more humility. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Most people
she
don't.
needs some home training.
Most people don't think that. Oh, okay, yeah. Like, you know, you can't look down on a person just because, you know, like you said, they don't give a fuck about learning, and that's what she used to say in her YouTube videos and stuff like that. That's a cry for help.
She used to say it out
That's
loud.
a cry for help.
I'm not doing this. I ain't got to do it. And
a
you,
cry
so
for
the
help.
school that she
She
went,
felt
I think
entitled.
it was UNC. Yeah, she completely entitled. So I think she went to UNC, but if I'm not mistaken, it's because she went there because of party school.
Oh.
Say, like, University of Pittsburgh is a hard school, but it's the party school.
Right.
Oh.
So,
okay.
you know,
Yeah.
it's like,
Yeah,
all right,
IUP.
She want to have fun. and
she
stuff
wanted
like
to play with her friends.
But you know what? It's basically really sad, especially when people want to learn stuff. Like, you ever hear like the stories of like mother who's like underprivileged, but they like, I don't want to say cheat the system, but they basically put them on like suburban schools, and then they get locked up and stuff.
Yeah,
It's just
like,
crazy.
but
And it's like,
at the end of the day,
and
that's another thing. That's like, come on now, you cannot put yourself in a position where you want to do dirt
Yo,
for,
I ain't
for
gonna
your
hold back.
children.
Let me explain something to
You
you.
can't.
My mother made sure that we went to McCall.
Uh-huh.
My mother made
And a
sure.
mother would do anything
my
to
mother
make
made
certain they
sure
went to a good
that we were
school.
not in.
But
Because we
listen,
was yo.
Listen.
I know a person.
I wish I could have. You know what I mean? You know, used a different address for my son to go to school in a better neighborhood or whatever. You know what I mean? I wish I could have did that, but I know I didn't want him to have to travel all that far and do all those different things because he could get a better education. No, we're gonna do what we have.
Honest, I moved to Center
just a
City.
different type of person.
I moved all the way. We moved to Center City when I got pregnant. That was it. We were living in West Philly, and we moved to Center City, and that is where my kids did their education to ensure that I wasn't going to have to worry about figuring out.
See?
No,
Yeah.
but when I was little,
Your mom
we
made
lived
sure.
in Richard Allen.
I was born in Richard Allen.
So
Lit.
Your mother was
I was
that.
like, so we went to Spring Garden Elementary School,
I'm
which was
familiar with that.
directly right next door to my project. Like
went
I
to
could
Spring
look out
Garden.
the window. You went to Spring Garden?
For pre-K or whatever.
See,
Yeah, for
I was
pre-K.
there for. That's where I went to elementary school up until the 2nd grade, and I remember. I remember the way that they used to harass the kids. Like I had the NTA stopped us, said that we couldn't run during recess.
What are you supposed to do?
Fuck
during
if I
recess?
know. Fuck if I know. And that's how I felt
You
then.
can't run.
So-
What the hell you
and
supposed
that's
to do
crazy,
during
but-
So wait a minute. So this is the thing. You can't run during recess. So I'm walking really fast.
Okay.
And then she stopped me. You running. You can't run. And she stopped me. And I said, I wasn't running. Yes, she was. You're not going to talk back to me. And for the rest of recess, she made me stand on one foot.
Oh no.
Well, you got, but listen, at the end of the day, rules are rules. Y'all motherfuckers might not have been able to run because the last person that was running
That's Chinese torture.
No,
What are you talking about?
That's wrong to do that.
So-
They say that's wrong. Like if you make kids
Stand
like
on
pull
one
their
foot.
arms
You
up,
can't do that.
stand on one foot. You can't
Yeah.
do that.
No,
What
no,
type of
no.
punishment that is?
No.
Stand in the corner with your arms up.
What
That
type-
did me good.
What type of punishment that is? They said it. Yeah,
That did me good.
Is that corporal punishment?
It's
No.
corporal
Yeah,
punishment.
corporal
punishment. That's
and
the
the
punishment.
and the rulers. They used to
Well,
hit you
at
with
the end of the day,
ruler.
but at the end of the
But-
day,
but-
it shouldn't have been in school. Your mom should have checked all the motherfuckers.
Well,
You know
how
what I mean?
about
That's
this
crazy.
one? They got the principal
But you
put
still gotta
out for
follow.
misconduct.
But you still gotta follow rules. Like if you're breaking the rules,
But those are not real rules.
But if you're breaking
you
the
think
rules,
about it, those are
you
not
can't
rules.
run.
What I will
if,
not do.
If you weren't
is I
allowed
ain't
to
gonna ever-
run,
No, I ain't gonna ever say that my mother did us a disservice by making me remember what our address should have been.
right?
Because guess what? I did not mind getting on the 23 trolley to ride all the way down to
go
6
to a
and
better
Delancey.
school, yeah.
Because if I had not, I would not be the woman that I am today.
Well, that's what's
Damn,
up.
And
That
I would
makes a
not
big
know the
difference.
people
Yeah.
that I know, and
Yeah.
I will not. I wouldn't be that woman.
Look,
But-
I
because
know
I
a
would not have
girl.
known more.
But
I know
and then
a
at the end of the
female-
day, you made it out of your situation. You didn't do anything. You know what I mean? Y'all wasn't really trying to like cheat the system in that type of situation.
that's how
not-
they
She put us
considered-
in. We
Yeah.
went to
They're
DSEC,
different-
but
yeah.
we went
They went to a
DSEC.
different school district. That's considered illegal.
It is.
That's like
Yeah.
someone, a friend of
But
mine.
I'm just
I
saying,
know,
like it's
she actually,
you
she
got
actually
away with it.
take-
That's why I put it in a quotation.
We got away
When-
with it.
You know
and
how I
guess what?
say when you
they
cheating,
caught
it's
us-
not really cheating if you don't get caught.
My
Like it's not
girlfriend,
cheating.
her
Your mom,
sister-
the statute of limitations gone. Like she's not getting in trouble. Y'all
My
got out of it.
girlfriend's sister, she goes the extra mile. Her sister lives in Delaware.
Whoa!
So-
Wait! Don't be snitching on people.
I just say girlfriend. It could be a minute. It could be a
Person
hundred
that
girlfriends.
I'm
All right,
aware
all
of.
right,
A person I'm aware of, whatever.
Just say yeah. Like you gotta word it right, Melissa. We know
But ain't
you
nobody
used with the
coming
lips.
over here. No one is coming over here to be like, who you
You
talking
never
to?
know.
you
You never
talking
know.
about?
Just
No,
say,
what you
just
talking
save a
Yes.
couple places and names. She
Anyway,
like in Delaware.
But she's crossed state lines.
Let's say she crossed state lines to
Right,
That's what we crossing
ensure,
straight lines.
Talk
to
about.
ensure,
I'm a little more gangster than the rest. I don't know.
to ensure that her daughter goes to a great education. But her sister takes care of her during the week to make sure that her daughter has a great education.
Right.
And I understand that because as mothers, you want to make certain that your children get a
Right.
good education because you know what it's like to be in a public school
Right.
where they being bullied, where they being harassed. A lot of things is happening. You're like, what is going on in
Yeah.
schools?
Yeah.
Where things are different than what they were when I was growing up. Like, I don't really remember all that chaos growing up. But I do remember going through a metal detector at high school. And then now I'm like thinking about it like, that's still a violation. I don't
Yeah.
want my son to go to a high school
Where you have a
where
metal
he
detector.
has a metal detector.
Yo,
that's
have you
crazy.
Heard, have you heard
and
about
you
Science
scared.
Leadership Academy?
No.
So SLA and there's another high school in Philly are the only two that don't have metal detectors.
Oh, it is 2.
There's 2. Hold up, though.
What about Masterman?
I think Masterman has metal detectors.
Okay.
But there's 2 high schools that don't have metal detectors. But here's check it out. So these are schools where they don't need them, where the environment is such. And let me tell you something. My daughter was one in the first graduating class for Science Leadership Academy downtown.
Okay.
Okay, and teachers was handpicked, and the kids were handpicked, and the majority of the kids were from underserved communities. So these were not no kids that came with the silver spoon.
Wow.
These are kids that came from around the city that just had they were just the best of the best of the best, and that looks like wherever it comes from. Okay, and so these kids are still those same kids, all right? And they go into the school, and the school district decides that they need metal detectors, and the kids were like, we don't need metal detectors. We are completely fine. And the school district decided to not do what the kids asked for. And so they are going to be putting metal detectors in the schools. Why? Because it gives them the ability to spend money on something.
But
okay, so they're spending money on.
Let
me tell you something. You are creating a pipeline to the prisons. Every time that every time that you make somebody become more comfortable with something that is intrinsically uncomfortable thing,
we're too comfortable with
I wish that Parkland Elementary, Parkland High School, they had metal detectors.
Every day.
Okay, so
they should have had metal detectors.
So here's the thing.
They had metal detectors at my high school, and that's why they kicked the nigga out of school. You know what I mean?
Okay, so here's the thing. So check it out.
Certain people, like, you got to think about it. It was an 8-year-old that took a gun to school the other day in the news. You know what I mean? I think they should have them in all schools.
How about
this
this
more
one?
security, more counselors.
I'm going to give you.
This is fucking crazy.
I'm going to give you a solution.
I'm
going to provide you a solution.
That you're safe. That you're coming in a place where there's no guns. That's a lie.
Okay, so check it out. So think about this.
Jesus Christ.
You're going to spend a couple $1 million on a machine that is going to
check metals.
All right, going to detect metals, right? Mm-hmm. So how much does it cost to teach a child how to meditate?
What?
How much does it cost to teach a child how to do? No. Because what you're dealing with is
you're saying a science teacher should also teach a child meditation?
I'm saying use that money that you're getting ready to put on that machine and pay for staff to come into.
I never thought about that.
They not cheap. And you got to keep them upgraded, and you got to make sure that somebody's there to watch the machine, so you're actually paying for a staff member to babysit a machine, right? But your children are walking in with trauma on a daily basis, and these kids are not getting any help from the machine that they just walked through.
I didn't have a problem with clear book bags. I don't have a problem with clear book bags. I don't have a problem with metal detectors. I have a problem
with my kids not mentally being taken care of. I have a problem with my kids.
That's up to the parents.
Not if you're willing to use your money on things that are not actually going to impact the children properly. So if you are saying that you would rather spend money on a metal detector and not spend money on somebody to make sure that a child that just walked out of there because they live in a crack house and try to figure out how to deal with their life once they finally make it to school, I'd rather spend that money making sure that baby is okay, because that will have a long-lasting effect on them.
My brother went to a school like that, an alternative school. They did not have metal detectors. However, these kids were all bound by some type of trauma, whether they had kids at early age, whether their mother was on drugs, and they actually taught teachers how to handle these type of kids. So guess what? If a kid was having a bad day, they'd be like, "Can we talk?" The child would be like,
"We talking about everything on the show, yo. This shit is going everywhere. Y'all don't have one single point. We trying to talk about inclusion and solving problems. Y'all just complaining. Jesus Christ.
Through meditation, and then also with teachers that have preventative care measures, where you know when a kid is emotional or they zone out. You know those things because you know those.
And
children.
that means you need that, and like you said, that's an alternative school, and I'm sure they have extra counselors because they are dealing with children that are, this is what we're advertising here. We're here to help rehabilitate these children, help them. You know what I mean?
There was an alternative.
They're here to help them. And then my whole thing is like, when you're dealing with large scale problems like violence, guns, and stuff like that, sometimes you do need boundaries. You know what I mean? You need to say, oh, right, these are the boundaries, these are the rules. Like, come the fuck on. Like, No, we're going to play some music. Wait a minute. Because this girl got to take it somewhere else. We're going to play some music. Take a little break. Not you. Melissa was getting ready to go away.
Damn, I can't have my own opinion. Sorry.
Yeah, you can have your own opinion, nigga, but just sheesh.
I can't have my own opinion. Hold up.
Yeah, of course you can have your own opinion. But we just opinion.
Wow.
Ping,
Okay.
ping, ping,
Yo,
ping, ping.
like,
The ping is...
so I-
Chain toe, before I chain go. Bust down, wrist stay froze. Pillow talk, keep your mouth closed. You a hater, let the Twitter fingers go. Ay, you got options, then let it show. Say it's on the poppin', then let it blow. Shorty catching no profit off the pole. If you got the bag, drop it on the floor. Too many cars for me to drive them. Ay, got too many shooters, I'm a problem. Ay. Made it to the top from the bottom, ayy. Got too much money, I don't bother, ayy. Hands down, I run it hands down. Pop shit, that be man down. Run the streets, I'm the man now. Run the streets, I'm the fucking man now, ayy. When it come to cars, I got options. When it come to Jews, I got watches. When they talk real on the topic. When I bring it in, they can't stop it. Check the drip, I tell them check the drip, ayy. Check the drip, I tell them check the drip, ayy. Check the drip, I tell them check the drip, ayy. Check the drip, I tell them check the drip. Too real, they say I'm too trill. Bossed up, I like the way they coupe feel. Die piece, she see me make a meal. You can ask, she know how it feel. I be on that gang shit, and everybody getting money who I hang with. Potter Street, they say that block dangerous. I'm the king, I made that shit famous. On another level, presidential ruling, I don't need a bezel. These niggas know I'm holding, fuck you gon' tell me. I'm the plug, tell me what you gon' sell me, huh? When it come to cars, I got options. When it come to Jews, I got watches. When they talk real on the topic. When I bring it in, they can't stop it. Check the drip, I tell them check the drip, ayy. Check the drip, I tell them check the drip, ayy. Check the drip, I tell them check the drip, ayy. Check the drip, I tell them check the drip. When it come to cars, I got options. When it come to Jews, I got watches. When they talk real on the topic. When I bring it in, they can't stop it. Drip, I tell them check the drip, ayy. Check the drip, I tell them check the drip, ayy. Check the drip, I tell them check the drip, ayy. Check the drip, I tell them check the drip. Check the drip, I tell them check the drip, ayy. Check the drip, I tell them check the drip, ayy. Check the drip, I tell them check the drip, ayy. Check the drip, I tell them check the drip.
Few shots, I wouldn't feel good, few ops. Checking the time on the new watch. Gang turn up with a few thoughts. Jumping in my pick for a group shot. Fuck with the gang, get your group shot. 2 choppers, ooh up, run down. 2 shots, fuck that. Few shots, I wouldn't feel good, few ops. Checking the time on the new watch. Gang turn up with a few thoughts. Jumping in my pick for a group shot. Fuck with the gang, get your group shot. I only rock with my brothers. I'm toting on Glocks with my brothers. I run up the guap with my brothers. No, I don't rock with no others. If you gon' rock with another, then best believe you not my brother. 2 shots to the chest, you gon' suffer. And I put them words in my mother. My youngest, they wild like Evil Knievel. They empty the clip on the eagle. Do it all over like sequels. So good to find like sequels. I cook it a Draco. Don't want a Draco, I might just go call me a needle. Let the bitch spit like an eater. Almighty, he fresh like it's Easter. This beat is my bitch and I beat her. Fuck it, don't cuff it, don't leave her. Don't drink out the cups. Sip out the leader. Job and smoke on my reefers. Just fuck with your bitch and I never degrade her. Act like I never did meet her. Like deuces, bitch, I still a vista. Back to the type with a heater. Run up on me, you get found in the freezer. Alright, they like shots. I wouldn't feel kill few ops. Checking the time on the new watch. Gang turn up with a few thoughts. Jumping in my pick for a group shot. Fuck with the gang, get your group shot. Bitches, they see me and they be like, Ryan. Like I been a man, but stacked in Hollywood or on the gram. I got something way too high to understand. Broski lost the pasta, grab a pan. Robbo got the Glock, he let it blame. That's my bro, he rock 100 grand. He let oversight, and I'm like, damn, you lucky if you live. Better hide your kids, think we throwing fists. Better think again, he in my grip. I'ma blow the bitch like a poker stick. Open up your shit, I'ma soda bitch. Soda bitch, I'ma soda bitch. I'ma soda bitch. Had a shooter come and shoot you, then he go and get himself a fucking local bitch. Like damn, fuck it up, fuck it up, fuck it up. I go meet the plug, then I cut it up. A big gun on me, I let it bust. Big gun, I bet me go stomach bust. My big gun make up and suck it up. Shit easy like trying to get body cut. Epic ain't nobody fuck with us. Cause fuck with they sweeter than body cuts. Epic I wouldn't want shit no other way. Almighty, he hot as a summer day. I roll on my Java to get away. Epic I wouldn't want shit no other way. Almighty, he hot as a summer day. I roll on my Java to get away. 2 jobs, run down, 2 shots, fuck that, few shots. I wouldn't feel kill few ops. Checking the time on the new watch. Gang turn up with a few thoughts. Jumping in my pick for a group shot. Fight with the gang, get your group shot. 2 jobbers, run down, 2 shots, fuck that, few shots. I wouldn't feel kill few ops. Checking the time on the new watch.
Man, what you trying to bet, my nigga? Fuck it, bet $100 on 456, nigga. Hold on, I gotta make this thing. Hold on. We got the dope swinging open. Everybody smoking. Dice game going. Trap house rolling. Bones coming on in. I'm just trying to win. Yeah, you know I got them for the cheap. How much you trying to spend? Cause the dope swinging open. Everybody smoking. Dice game going. Trap house rolling. Bones coming on in. I'm just trying to win. Yeah, you know I got them for the cheap. How much you trying to spend? Cause the dope swinging off the hinges, nigga. I'm the youngest nigga, get straight to it. I was grabbing like 10 bowls, now I'm grabbing 30 and I blow through it. Hoes bopping, niggas hating cause they know a nigga on that paper route. And if you ever make me just a little nervous, I have a motherfucker take you out. I been getting so much bread, shit, I'm running out of places I can hide it. Bowls coming inconsistent, nigga. If they can't mail it, then they gon' drop it. Go to war with any nigga, I'm in the same city, bitch, I ain't hiding. My niggas versus your niggas, if somebody die, just stay silent. I'm from that town, Afghanistan, with a lot of trapping and a lot of violence. I ain't never ran from no nigga. If I ever ran, it's from here in Cyrus. Pistol on me 24/7 and I'm busting if a nigga wanna try me. Going now like I'm Scarface, but with a stack of bows sitting right beside me. Swinging open, everybody smoking, dice game going, trap house rolling, bows coming on in. I'm just trying to win. Yeah, you know I got them for the cheap. How much you trying to spend? Cause the dough swinging open, everybody smoking, dice game going, trap house rolling, bows coming on in. I'm just trying to win. Yeah, you know I got them for the cheap. How much you trying to spend? Cause the dough swinging open. Ain't nothing to me, bitch. I came straight up out the mud with it. Hater can't tell you nothing about me. Bet the niggas vow too thug with me. I was broke, I ain't had shit, bitch. I came up off of dice games. I was petty hustling with the kush, then I met the plug and the price change. 5 bows, then 10 bows. Next thing you know, I took off with it. 15 bands, almost 40 bands. Seeking shit, I get a brick of sauce with it. But fuck that, I'm a slow grind. I'ma keep coming up selling bowls. Make more when I break them down, but I'm moving faster when I sell them hoes. Niggas hating talking about robbing, so I had to switch up the way I move. 100,000 when you lay your head. OG said that ain't a smart move. Mind focus like fuck a nigga. When I was down bad, they ain't look out. Now I'm up and they know I'm winning, and I think it's funny cause they hand out. Got the dope swinging open, everybody smoking, dice game going, trap house rolling, bows coming on in. I'm just trying to win. Yeah, you know I got them for the cheap. How much you trying to spend? Cause the dope swinging open, everybody smoking, dice game going, trap house rolling, bows coming on in. I'm just trying to win. Yeah, you know I got them for the cheap. How much you trying to spend? Cause the dough swinging open.
Yo, shout out to my boy Mr. Bankroll. You know what I mean? Represent Indiana, you know what I mean? Real dope. We have somebody that just called in, and I think we had Mr. Bankroll on the line, but I think I missed him on the switchboard, so hopefully he'll call back. But 215-395, welcome to PhillyShine Radio. What's your name? Where you calling from? You press 1.
This is Max.
Who's this?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay.
Your phone started messing up. Did you say Max? This is my Max.
Who is it?
Did you say Max? Did we lose him? It's like
I think so.
It's like a clicking noise.
Yeah, it sounds like they hung
I
up.
wonder if it's a bad reception.
No, he's on it. He's there. I don't know. Get out the basement, Max. Where you at? What's going on? Put an antenna on your cell phone. Put some aluminum foil on your cell phone. Get the reception together.
Oh, hold on. Does that work?
No, it don't work.
Oh, I was like, that might work.
Fuck no, it don't work.
I don't know.
That's an old TV. You have to put.
Yo, they used
Remember,
to
you have to put aluminum foil on the antenna.
Well, make
Shit.
it longer.
Yeah.
It could work.
Get the
Yeah,
shit.
I
Yeah,
don't
what?
know.
We had this shit. We we trying to watch The Simpsons Sunday. What y'all talking about? Max, what's good? Welcome back, yo. What's up? What's
Lord,
up?
y'all is a whole mess.
You know you
Sound
live.
better now?
Yeah, you sound better. What did you do? Say, I don't need to know. But you live with, my co-host Melissa and my special guest, Sarita.
What's going on? What's up?
Hey, Live. Hey.
What's up with you?
Hey, y'all was in there getting y'all debate on heavy.
Yeah, no, it wasn't really a debate. We were just spitting our freaking
Yeah,
truths. We were spitting our truth, and that's what I was saying. Like, it was so great. But I want to highlight the fact that these two women here are activists in their own right. You know what I mean? Especially you, Sarita. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, you inspire so much. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. You know what I mean? There's certain things that you have at your fingertips, and definitely let everybody know about your websites and different things that you have going on.
Oh, thank you.
Of course.
I have a company called Urban Seek, and basically what we do is create events that are going to be impactful to the community. And every time that we do an event, we give back to a nonprofit that is doing something really dope in the neighborhood. So, if there's a project that they're working on, then we're going to work with them. And after the event is over, they get a cut of the pie. Because we have to work together. And
Oh, that's
we're gonna make
great.
change. Yeah. So,
That's why we love each other, right?
Yeah.
We wasn't arguing, y'all. That was not
arguing.
Niggas grew up different. That's all. Like, they ain't grow up in my house. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't in their house. And that's even what I was saying earlier. Like, you know what I mean? With identity, you got to identify the fact that I'm a different person. Like, I know we got blood all the same, and skin all the same, and bones all the same. But like you said in your post earlier, and you said in yours, everybody has their own journey. You know what I mean? And you have to just acknowledge the fact that you can't always, look down on a person or, fault them, but that's how they feel. Like, that's how you fucking feel. Great. You know what I mean? I'm not going to say, oh, well, you're retarded because that's how you feel. No, that's how you feel. Right. Now, if you're really retarded, you need some help. And it's like, maybe stop doing it, get a counselor, get some help. You know what I mean? So it wasn't that situation at all.
No, we're just like three really passionate women sitting at the mic, and we love each other.
Yeah, it's real love. It's real love. And then, Melissa, your event is coming up again, right?
Yes, Me and More Mental Health is definitely coming up again. So I want to bring it back. Last year, Miss Sarita had really helped me out. So basically, what it was, the cause was to
she called her Miss Sarita.
Bring awareness, to homeless people. Not just talking about it, but being proactive. Yeah. We brought a lot of artists out. We brought motivational speakers out.
That's great.
We talked about how we can be impacted and stuff like that. And we're going to keep it going. So this year will be hopefully bigger and better.
Yeah.
And bring it back.
Yeah.
Do you have a date for it yet?
Tentatively, I'm thinking. I think June 6th.
June 6th.
Is it
the 6th or the 9th?
Okay.
I don't know.
9th, one of them.
One of
Is
them
that a
days.
Saturday?
Yeah, I think it was a Saturday. No, a Sunday.
Sunday.
A Sunday. So that way, I think people will be more free. It's about to be spring, so I know
June
how.
9th.
I'm
June
ready
9th.
for spring.
Yep.
Speaking of spring, my other topic is it relationship time or is it thought time?
Well,
What's up with you, Max? Like, is it relationship time for you or is it spring fling thought life? Max, you getting quiet? Where your girlfriend at? He like, oh, my girlfriend listening.
You're not gonna do this to me.
Yeah, don't put me
You're not gonna put me on
spotlight.
blast.
Max, where'd you go? Put the antenna back on your phone.
Get that foil out.
Hold up, I don't hear anything.
Yeah, I don't hear anything.
Dag. Okay. So
His mic is still there though.
let me tell you, spring is definitely coming up. I'm
Okay.
excited.
You're
because
excited.
if everybody know me, I like to just be free. I don't hate to have wear jackets and all that stuff.
I'm
However,
here. I'm listening. I'm on the wall right now.
You was what? I asked you a question though. Ain't no bill.
You hear me now?
Yeah, now we hear you. Okay. It's like you was going in and out or whatever. But now it's not your turn to talk because Melissa started.
So he can charm in.
Yeah.
So I thought it was super dope and honest
Okay, go ahead. Get that started. I'm listening.
that this guy I met, right, he was telling me about whatever he was going through, whatever. He was like, but I'm gonna let you know this. I'm not looking for a relationship. I'm a straight whore. I just want to have fun, and that's my truth. And I was like, I can't do nothing but respect that. And I was like, that's super dope because it's like so many guys who put this false illusion and like make you think it is what it is, and then it's like, oh, it's not what it is.
Right.
So
I respect that nigga too.
Oh, for real. All the way till the wheels roll off.
I might not fuck him. I'm like, all right, you getting enough pussy. Go ahead. We go on a date though.
Yeah. It was like,
we're on a date.
It was like, I take you out on dates. We'll go on vacation. I'm just not looking for a girlfriend. I'm not.
What you laughing for, Max? What's
funny about that, Max? Are you lying to these women?
What just happened?
Oh man, that's hilarious.
Why is it hilarious? Why in your opinion is it hilarious?
You say what?
What's the funny part? What's the funny part?
Oh man, fuck your phone, man.
The funny part is personal experience. They tend to be.
You what?
Can you hear me?
No, fuck your phone. Hang up and call back.
Can you hear me?
Hang up and call back. Call back. We're gonna get him to call back. His phone's fucked up. He can't even chime in correctly because he's like in and out.
It's delayed.
But I feel like most people don't allow people the decision to fuck with you.
Yes.
I mean, they put up so many different facades. Like, oh, I'm here for you, or oh, I love you, or whatever.
And that's
and it's bullshit.
And
it's
I
bullshit.
prefer that you just be like, say what you
Lyric!
Yes.
Hey, my boo. Hey, baby. Welcome back. Oh, yeah, rub that titty. I like that part. But what was your opinion about the boy being honest that way?
I'm super okay with him being honest because right now I'm not looking for any relationships. So I'm looking to still find myself, and I don't want to be tied down either.
Right.
So it works out. I was like, this is super dope. I'm not under this false pretenses of we're together. He's making this illusion, or he can have a wife and a girlfriend and still want to mess with me. I know exactly what I'm dealing with. I know exactly what it is. Right. So I know not to get emotionally invested.
Right. Yeah.
And I know it's just a fun time. We may hang out and keep it moving.
Right.
And right now I'm still working on me, so I really don't want to actually even be giving anybody that type of time of myself.
Right.
Yeah.
I like that. I like that a lot.
That's a smart move.
That a lot.
Yeah.
I like that a lot. And I feel like at the end of the day, most people need to, identify what they want. Mm-hmm. And then for me, like I say all the time, sometimes you have to see the signs because some people don't want to be honest. You got to see the signs that this person is not ready for a relationship or this person's lying to you. You know what I mean? Sometimes you got to be ready to wake up to say, oh, But then certain people, they put up the front. Remember how I was telling you?
Oh my God.
I just found out that this guy I was messing with for 2 years who actually tried to set me up on Instagram, with an Instagram, he made up a fake Instagram page.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
He
made a fake Instagram page up talking about you told the boy you was his special friend. I'm like, I tell everybody they my special friends because everybody that joins PhillyShine Radio comes out to party with me. We're special friends. We're friends. We're going to enjoy ourselves. We're going to have a good time. Right. I'm not giving you my address. I'm not sending you pictures of my ass. Yeah. And you know what I mean? I'm not fucking you. And then I found this nigga was married.
That's what I'm saying. So many people. You know what I think is the key. Since then I'm dating. Okay. And in my dating life so far, what I know is men that are super rushy. Let's say they super or complimentary, super giving you money so quick. Those men you need to be really cautious of. That's how I feel. Because what are you rushing for?
Don't be aggressive, right?
They want pics within a week. You're like, hold up, what the?
Yo,
well, ain't nothing wrong with sending pics.
Yo,
I want pics too. Wait, what you mean? What you mean?
But you gotta identify who that person is. I mean, and everybody.
But like you said, listen, I'm the type of person.
What is you really about? Though?
Yeah, I'm the type of person. I'm like, listen,
you can't do that.
We go together, right? If you don't understand that. You know what I mean? You don't understand it? You don't understand we go together now, nigga? Oh, all right then. Fuck out of here. No, thank you.
I think
that's
how
I'm gonna keep it moving. Right. You know what I mean? Because I'm a bit more possessive myself. I want my dick pics too. I want pictures of your face. I'm gonna send you pictures of my ass, my titties, my pussy. What you want to see, babe? You know what I mean? Remember that. Come here ready.
That's what I'm saying.
For the
but
excitement.
It's that's the thing. So what if you do all that? Let's say you do all that, and then within let's say like within 2 weeks or whatever.
say-
you
I
sleep
say-
with them guy, and then after that, it's like that's all it was. It was like that.
He was just trying to
Okay. I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Because-
No, I'm saying, well, once we fuck, we gonna get. You'll get some pictures. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like
But
you get the pictures.
You get the pictures.
Not
but-
before. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not
But
before.
some men that like
After we go together.
they super.
gotta go together.
It's like
We gotta
they
go together.
rushing themselves on you, and it's like what? Then you don't think
Because they trying to figure out how bad their game is. Like really, like.
Oh, we got to talk about that next week. I'm gonna see if I could get I'm gonna see if I can get some of the guys to call in. Yeah, you supposed to say that.
He looks like
So what? So what? So what?
And that's what guys think. It's a game.
no, listen,
so
listen.
when we think it's love, they think it's it's a game.
fucking game.
But listen,
They
listen.
just don't like it when a woman try to like. Look, if I'm not looking for any of that. I'm not looking for a relationship. I'm not looking for you to be trying to figure out where I've been. Certainly don't need for you to be showing up where I'm at. So
I'm gonna see if I can get.
Like, let's not.
I'm gonna see if I can get some of the guys I consider kind of like stalkers to call in because I have this one guy. I keep telling him I don't want to talk to you.
Okay.
He keeps texting me every fucking day. Good morning.
I'm block him.
Block his ass.
I don't block people.
Oh, I
block people.
I learned my lesson.
I don't block people. I do delete. Like I delete his messages as soon as they come in or whatever.
Okay.
Because my number's public. I can't do nothing about it. You know what I mean? My number's public.
But
I've had it
his
for
number
almost 20
is-
years.
No, he will be blocked, and his shit will go straight to voicemail. If
Yeah,
you want to
I-
leave a voicemail, just don't fill my shit up, for real.
I'm not saying that it feeds my ego, but I just be like, this nigga stupid. Like, or he thinks I'm stupid, or I don't know. Because, I always say that guys are the type, and ladies, y'all need to know, like, they'll keep throwing shit at the wall, see if it sticks. They keep trying to knock your walls down.
What I notice about men, too, if they don't get what they want, they throw a tantrum.
Oh, yeah. Like,
and then they start
man.
coming at you. You be like, well, damn, I was just hot like a minute ago.
Right. Fuck
Oh,
it
yeah.
in. You ain't that cute.
You ain't that cute.
You know what? I think that's what he did. I think that's what he did to piss me off.
Like, what the hell?
Max, is your phone better? I think that's what he did. I think that's what turned me off. He was like, I think I was busy or something. He was like, wow.
Hilarious.
He was like, wow. I'm like, what the fuck you mean, wow? I was fucking busy. Like, what the fuck you mean, wow? That's not attractive to me.
It's not.
That's not attractive.
Off.
If a man's having a tantrum or a fit, that's not attractive.
No.
You're,
No, because guess what?
I'm
The first
not
thing
wet
to do
no
to
more.
say is like, oh, right.
I know, right? Yes,
I'm wet
you done
anymore.
turned it all around.
I'm
It's
ready
over.
to go.
Yeah.
This was, you can leave.
Yeah, yeah, and then certain guys, I feel like I'm gonna try to see if I can let's see if we get our stalkers to call in.
Well, let's let Max chime in. Go ahead, Max.
Yeah,
What do
Max,
you
talk
think?
about it.
No, Max, no, you still didn't say what was funny about her little friend being on the, oh yeah, let's just be friends and whatever and fun.
Right.
What was so
No,
funny about it?
that's not the part I was laughing at, though.
What was you laughing at? Yeah. What was you laughing at?
My part is, like, say, from experience, I tend to feel like a lot of times you tell women straight up, a lot of times they say from the rip, yeah, they cool with that, then it kind of end up a situation where it's like, they wasn't cool with it from the beginning, but you find out later. So it's kind of like you got playing going on both sides.
Yeah, but
That's
yeah.
funny
Like
things all around the board.
the woman lies to herself and say that she's cool with it, and then she really is not. But
then
Melissa's
you
really
also
cool with
have
it.
guys that'll
Correct.
play into that because they get to where they want to go faster. All of a sudden, like, look, babe, I'm not into that, and based off of the way that she's talking and acting, that she is not hearing you when you say I'm not with it.
No.
But if you just keep playing,
you keep playing,
and you talk to her like you her man,
That's fucked up.
oh, then that's fucked up because you know already.
That could be a problem, yeah.
Like that's stalker material.
You can't do both.
Yeah, I
You
remember.
can't do both.
I remember my ex. I remember my ex. Like, you know what I mean. We worked together as well as we were in a relationship. So the girls, when he would cheat on me with these girls, like the lies he used to have to tell these bitches.
What was the lies? I want to
Listen,
hear this.
no,
Inquire.
I don't know the lies. But the lies that he used to have to tell these bitches. But then when I would find out about the bitches, and then he would have to, like, cut them off and like really treat them bad. I used to be like, why are you doing this shit? Like, you are giving these bitches a piece of sand and telling them it's the beach, and that's fucking with their self-esteem. I used to really care about these bitches.
Oh my God!
I used to be like, you're fucking with.
So sweet. Look how she's like, oh, I know he cheated on you, but you're not the beach. I'm the beach. I feel so bad.
I'm on the beach, bitch. dumbass, but now I see you're retarded, so I can't help you. It's above my pay grade, and I'm hanging up. But I did care about those hoes because I care about everybody. You know what I mean? I care about everybody, and I was
that sweet.
That's real shit. I used to say that shit to him. I'd be like, and then he'd be like, yeah, I know, and I'm like, you got a daughter. Like, why would you want to treat these bitches so bad? You know what I mean? That's why I treated his ass bad too. But I used to tell him no. Now I'm like, when we would break up, I'd be like, yeah, now I got this nigga. Look at his car. We out. Send a picture of me on dates and shit. Like, that's how you fucking. Oh, all right. Now we're not together. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, even though that was mean too, that was a toxic relationship. But still,
like you learn.
I was At the end of the day, you know what I mean?
You learn from your mistakes and you keep moving.
Yeah, keep it moving. You learn from your mistakes, but keep it moving. But I feel like at the end of the day, honesty is way better than giving them. You know what I mean? False like I would, false hope. Like I would tell him, no, I'm not messing with you because I'm out in the bins with this nigga. You know what I mean? Even though
you were honest about it, right?
You were honest.
Honest was honest
with this nigga.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm not lying to this nigga.
You gotta keep it. Look. You gotta keep it 200 all day though.
Keep it 200. Keep it 3,000. Like, please.
Smoke and mirrors. Just be like, it is what it is.
Right.
Don't be giving me false people be
talking about everything on PhillyShine Radio. Put it all on the shine. Put it all on the shine.
We're gonna get separated from our wife. You still be with the wife. People like, well, what the hell? But it's like, you know what? That's why I'd be like, be caught, ladies. If you mess, I'm not here to judge, but if you're messing with a man that is already in a solid situation, as in a wife or a girlfriend, and he tells you that. Don't think you're
never going to elevate.
Yeah, do not think that you're going to.
Not to say that, you know what I mean, you're not going to elevate, because some women do. But at the end of the day, don't try to make the situation bigger and don't fuck up the shit. Yeah. Play your part. Yeah. Like, you know what's going on.
I don't know. That's a sticky one.
It gets sticky because guess what? Somebody has feelings.
I can't relate. Everybody I know be playing their parts.
So think about it. Like you got a woman that's with a married dude because she don't ever want to really be in a relationship that gets too deep, and then he catch feelings. You fuck motherfucker. You got a wife. Go home. You know. Like,
that's the reverse. That's the reverse. Yeah. Like
but you gotta understand. Like you know what shit could get deep. You know what I mean? You gotta be able to understand, like, those are consequences that could happen.
What you doing? Like
we can talk about anything on PhillyShine Radio. It's only live at the #1 internet radio station, Glockaware, at the G Shop, 4933 Old York Road, right in this motherfucker. Like, you know what I mean? We go all over the place with shit. It don't fucking matter, like, cause what we gonna do? What y'all gonna do? Stop us. But the one thing that I do like
about, what happens though?
Wait a minute, I was trying to make a point. The one thing I do like about what happened on today's show is the fact that, you know, just to show people that, you know, everybody, and like I say all the time, we don't always have to agree, but we can still get along. You know what I mean? Everybody don't have to agree. Yes. Everybody's not, you know what I mean? Everybody have their own choices. Yeah. But you know what I mean? Certain things we'll find that we do agree on. You know what I mean? Taking no nigga shit.
Not at all.
We can shake on that. We can shake on that though, y'all.
Oh, easy.
What's up, Larry? Can we shake on that too? She ain't taking no nigga shit. Lyric over there too. But well, now what were you gonna say, Max? Now it's your turn before I get to this music.
Oh yeah, before I forget, I was gonna say, a lot of them times when the other women do level up, sometimes what tends to happen in those situations?
Oh, the boy end up
get replaced on that bottom tier with somebody else.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah. But yeah, at the end of the day, like I said earlier, if you're in a situation and you feel like, you know what I mean, even though as much as you love a person, as much as the good dick is good, as much as the pussy's good, and you financially, you know, attached to that person, you have to know that, you know, dealing with something that's not good for you is killing your self-esteem and move on. It's not the beach. It's just a piece of sand.
That's true. And you know what they say, you don't bring no sand to the beach.
Listen. I mean, listen. But if you bring a sand to the beach, the sand better act like they know.
Play your part.
Play your part.
Because that's the part that you took on.
Yeah, that's the part you took on. Yeah. That's what we're going to talk about. How can people play your part? That's going to be, let me text myself that shit. Niggas don't be playing their part.
People don't know their lane.
What is your lane?
Like,
Play
what
your
is your
part.
lane? If you know somebody got a wife, that means you agree to be the side piece.
Yes, you decided
agree.
side piece is good enough for me.
If you the cousin, you the
Side piece
cousin.
is good enough for you.
Yeah.
You decided that.
If you're the cousin, you the cousin. Don't
the
do nothing else. Play cousin. You know what I mean? Play the cousin.
Don't get your
Oh, that's
roles
not good.
confused.
I had to do that once.
Play the cousin. We all had to play the cousin before. Like,
I had to
don't
do that
play
once.
cousins.
I had-
I mean, like, for real. You know what?
I had to have a guy.
Like,
I had to have a guy play the cousin.
oh.
Yeah, I
You
mean,
gotta get it learned. You gotta get it
whatever.
together.
Play your part
Play your
next
part.
week.
Men,
That's
men play their part too. They have a part too. Because if a girl's cheating and she has a man, that means that you are the side nigga.
Yeah.
How about it?
Because
How
that
about
happens too. So don't get your roles confused.
Right.
Because if you see me with my man,
keep moving.
keep moving. Like you
I
don't know me.
You don't need to
I
speak
never-
to me.
No.
No eye contact.
I
Don't
never
make
forget.
it
I never forget. It
weird.
was so crazy. This summer, you know what I mean? One summer. Look at you here. This one summer, I was messing with this guy or whatever, and we met at the plant or whatever. We met at the plant, and the relationship just started moving fast. We had so much fun together. Like we was always out. I was at this nigga's reunion block party. We was going to motherfucking motorcycle gang parties at hotels where everybody knew him and shit. I was drinking all night with his aunts and shit.
Oh, you were having fun.
Yeah, it was real. I was going to work with him. Like we was.
I was just about to ask, did you meet his mom?
I was supposed to. She was down the street. She knew I was there. His mom knew I was there, right? But then here comes November and shit. Thanksgiving. You know what I mean?
Holidays.
I didn't spend Thanksgiving with him, right?
Okay.
And then I got a call from this woman saying, "Oh, is this Walia?" I'm like, "Who's this? How you doing?" "This is so-and-so's wife." I was like, "Wife?" Oh, I hung up.
Motherfucker,
I hung up on her, right?
Okay.
Because I had to study myself. I'm like,
Right.
wife? Like, damn, this nigga got a wife. This is crazy. But then when she called back, I respected the fact that it was his wife, right?
Okay.
And I'm like, I don't want this drama. Like, you know what I mean? I do care about him. You know what I mean? I do care about him, but I'm going to separate myself from this drama.
Correct.
So she like, he ain't want me to call you. What's the fuck is on? I was like, no, I know him. I was like, no, I want to fuck him, but we didn't fuck yet or whatever. So she was like,
wanted to, but it ain't happened yet.
so she was like,
She burst out.
no, it gets better. So then she's like, she's just like, no, he ain't want me to call you. What you mean? What are you talking about? I was like, look, I want to fuck him and his friend. Like, you know what I mean?
Oh my God.
And then she started choking on her words. Then she like, you gotta do what you gotta do.
She wasn't expecting that conversation.
I'm like, I'm out this situation.
Wow.
This nigga lied. We had fun. I had my fun. Man, this nigga's court. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Man,
and
this
that's
nigga's court. You know what I mean?
That's what
I'm going to exit out this situation because this wife is pretty aggressive. I don't fight over niggas. No, thank you. I'm going to say I want to fuck him and his friend. I would have went to his brother. I would have said any fucking thing to get the bitch off the phone. I'm telling you, any fucking thing.
Yes.
Yeah, anything.
Wow.
I'll fuck you too, bitch, and I ain't even into girls. Like,
Baby moms and wives, they can be aggressive too. So
yeah, exactly. And those are people that man is gonna have to deal with for the rest of his life.
And then if you messing with him, that means you gotta deal with that shit. Cause some people are crazy.
I just left him alone.
And you do not need.
What would you have done? What would you have done? What would you have done? If a wife called you from a guy that you've had fun with?
But have y'all had sex or not?
Oh, you had a bunch of sex. We were in a relationship from like June
y'all was
to
in
November.
a relationship. Okay.
Yeah, it was. I was doing. That's why I was saying like he had me around niggas that knew him. You know what I mean?
Been around. You like the side. You had a relationship.
I was the main side bitch and shit. I was like the main side bitch and shit. What would you do, Melissa? What did you do? You said that happened to you before?
Well, the girl.
Did you know he was married?
No, the girl never called me, so I don't really know how I don't like. If I like him, I'm gonna still be messing with him, so I don't know. That's how I'm done.
I feel like no. Melissa said till she's done.
It changes the
I was
role,
done.
right?
I can find another nigga. I was done. I can find another nigga.
Yeah.
I'm cool.
Because it's like, it depends. I'm like, I never had nobody nobody's wife ever actually.
Shit, this
told
big
me that,
old
like-
booty. Oh, you don't want this big old. You want a lot of this big old butt. Oh, that's how you feel, nigga.
But I don't
Where the
want
camera?
to
What
mess
camera on
with
it?
people.
This one on me now. You want a lot of this big old booty? Okay. Go ahead. Keep lying.
This is why I don't want to mess with people who are wife and girlfriend now. Cause you be in some shit.
No, I don't do messy.
What would you? What would you have done?
No, I don't do
Some
messy.
people are honest.
I don't do
Yeah, I don't
messy.
do messy.
You can your wife call me, then well, fuck it. That's your man.
Right.
I have zero interest in being messy.
But yeah,
And
that's-
guess
she
what?
wasn't- she
'Cause I'm
wasn't-
not going to allow for nobody to disrespect me, and that's
Yeah.
just what he did.
Yeah,
So-
exactly. I just kept it to where. Yeah, I kept
Because
it.
guess what? You don't love me enough.
That's true.
You lied to
That's
me all this
true.
time.
Right.
You don't
That's
love
how I
me.
felt.
You was
That's love
fucking
me.
with me.
Yeah, you was fucking with me.
Yep, I agree with that.
You was fucking
I just
with
want to
me.
help.
Now look.
I had shit to do that day. I wasn't gonna be on the phone with that bitch all day. Like, no, I want to fuck him and his friend. She was like,
Listen,
okay.
I felt so bad for this one girl. She had called me, and this guy lying about his name and shit. She like, you spoke to somebody. I was like, what? I was like, I just got this guy number like 3 days ago. Literally. Give me on his phone like fucking clockwork. She like, I just had a baby by him, another baby. She had like 4 kids. I was like, oh no, this is like, what the hell is too much? She was like, he always lying about his name to girls and stuff. I was like, this sounds like
Why is she with him?
I don't know. I was
Hey, man,
like,
got fake IDs and shit.
At the point
IDs
where
and
you
shit.
with a dude that is constantly
James Bond with fake
Change
IDs.
was like, yeah, it's fake
I
IDs
was like,
and everything.
keep that. Keep it.
Keep that nigga for real.
You can
Because
keep that girl.
I'll never forget. I was 19 babysitting my niece, and this guy came over. You know, while I'm babysitting my niece, and he thought we were going to fuck or whatever. And I'm like, not while I'm babysitting my niece. You know what I mean? It's not going to happen. But he was real aggressive about it, and I ended up, asking him to leave or whatever.
Yeah.
Then his fucking girlfriend called me the next day. I'm like,
What?
even with her, I was just like, you got a girlfriend?
Yeah,
That nigga was
because it's
desperate as
about the
shit.
chase. It is
Why
about
he
the
was so
chase.
aggressive?
Men always
Not
want.
all like
That's
that.
he was saying, yeah.
That's what I said. If a man come on too strong, too quick,
And it's not, and
and
the vibe isn't there. Like, if the
Hell
vibe
no.
is there, if you want to fuck, he want to fuck, that's good. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it is.
Explosion. That's what's up. But if the dude too aggressive before you start feeling the friction, a nigga fall back. I ain't even feeling you yet. Damn.
Yep.
My niece in the other room.
That's
I
the
ain't got
first
time
sign
for
of any
no
kind game,
dick.
though.
It's a huge
First
count.
sign of any kind game. They trying to real talk real fast. And
Shout out to
get
my
you-
niece. I love you. She
Make a
older now.
decision.
I was gonna say,
That shit crazy.
What you gonna say, baby?
what if you was a side chick to a couple?
I'm not a side.
Why are you not a side chick if you part of the
That's a
couple?
trouble.
That's a throuple.
Yeah, that's a trouble.
That's our fucking name for that shit. It's a
They got a
throuple.
name, yeah.
Nah, you
Wait a
ain't
minute,
wrong.
you was in a trouble relationship before?
How does that work? How does that like?
Some people are into that, and that's what they like. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? They want both sexes.
Okay, that's fine. But are you like in the?
But I mean, like, did they know
come
that
over
you
here.
was messing with
Come over here. Come over here.
Let's
Come
go.
on.
Because that's when you become side chick when they don't know.
Wait a minute, how you gonna be a side chick? That's not a side chick. You're included.
Huh?
That's a threesome.
Oh, they had
That's
other.
a threesome. So?
Oh.
Also,
No,
they
that's
had other
corny.
girlfriends
And
that
had
they
other
would mess with
girlfriends.
too.
That's fucked
Two
up.
others?
Damn.
Okay.
You was
So
first.
you was-
Oh,
so
and
you
you got
got-
cheated on. That's
So
So
fucked
they were
up.
cheating on you.
You already had. That's
I went
greedy. Now that's some greedy ass shit.
It really is.
That's some greedy ass shit.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
damn.
Yeah.
You already.
So, did you ever sleep with any of them, like outside of them? Like, say you slept with the girlfriend without the boyfriend, or the boyfriend without the girlfriend, or was
We
it?
gotta use that next. Where
That's
the
a good
troubles?
question.
Troubles come
Troubles.
Oh, is it like
we don't remember that.
Bring it together.
out. Troubles come out. Where y'all at? Let's
You
talk
fuck
about
them
the troubles.
separately?
Well,
Did
then
you just drop your phone,
then y'all
Max?
was just doing your
Max
thing.
just dropped his phone. He's excited.
You said
That
what
was just
now?
y'all thing.
It sounded like you
Y'all
dropped
did.
your phone. No, listen. Now that's crazy. We
No,
getting
no.
deep into the conversations
That's cool. Some
about
people are
love.
different.
You know what I mean? About sex. You know what I mean? We got the triples sprinkling. You know what I mean? This is PhillyShine Radio, but it was a good vibe. Even though we were missing our other two guests today, I think I had a great time.
She couldn't come. Sorry.
Okay, it's cool. I had a great time. You know what I mean? Like I enjoy you, Sarita, every time, and then my Melissa voice, Miss Sarita. We're gonna take some pictures and vibe out. We got some music I want to play. You know what I mean? To close out the show, of course. Shout out to Bruno Brown in the building. Shout out to Friend Daddy, Lyric LR. You know what I mean? What's good, baby? You got some new music for us, and what's up with you? Coming soon.
Lyric is such a good singer. You're such a good singer.
She's a good everything.
Yeah. She was so shy on stage. It was so cute.
She was drunk. She was drunk.
Oh, well, then you sang that. I didn't even know you were drunk.
She can still sing. She can sing now. Man, she was drunk.
Okay. I'm thinking she's shy. I'm like, oh, okay, she must be.
She was drunk. Yeah, shout out.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you for joining us. Like, you know what I mean? I'm looking forward to, you know, growing our friendship, our business relationship, you know, all the stuff that we do for the city. You know what I mean? People come sponsor us, buy every ticket that we're selling, you know what I mean? And support us, you know what I'm saying? For real, because we need it. Because without that support, we're not able to go on. And because of the support that we get, that's why we get to do what we do. You know what I mean? Shout out to everybody. Amen. And we're going to say amen. Take it to church at the end.
Take it to the church.
Okay. Well.
It's fun. But, you know, most people don't get a chance to vent. And I know, Melissa, you've enjoyed the show and being able to vent. And then what I've always loved about doing the radio, it helped me because I used to be a very, very violent person. You know what I mean? And then I had to realize that I didn't get to express myself all the time. And then most times it's, you know, people want you to fuck them up. You know what I mean? And you don't have to do that all the time. You can walk away. You know what I'm saying? You can do other things. Of course niggas be asking for it. They ask for it.
Silly.
I think that's why they call it an ass whooping.
Oh, you done fuck somebody up? Sometimes they need it.
Come and get that ass whooping, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? I feel like, you know, I love being able to vent and I can help and teach other people. Like, you know, don't keep so much things inside, you know what I mean? Maybe I need to do like a little motivational speaking stuff.
Honest is definitely good because when I'm going through stress and stuff like that, Honest be like talking to me about meditation. I swear to God, she be like, you need to get grounded and meditate.
Yes.
No, you do.
Get the heartbeat down to 60.
I be like, oh,
you gotta tell them all that.
No,
yeah, Honest do tell me stuff like that.
You know what's, you know, because you know what's, you know what?
I be like, oh, okay.
Because when I used to have to stand.
Get your woosah on.
She be like, no, it's so therapeutic, Melissa. I'm like, oh, okay.
But you know what's crazy? And then Sean helped me a step further. A lot of those, they actually have like meditation music, but like phonetic,
all
like
YouTube,
sounds
all
and
day,
stuff.
Yeah,
like those. Yeah, that's where he sent me a YouTube link, and those like sounds to add into it is amazing. And that's why I was talking about last week, sensory deprivation tanks. I would love to get one of those.
I refuse to do that.
Rain sound effects.
No,
it's not sound effects. It's like just like sounds, like beautiful sounds.
And you're submerged in this water, and
I would love
that. No.
See, I would love that. Yeah, see, you actually know what it is. You didn't know what it was.
No,
she knows what it is. Yeah, it's like you get but I just would love it. I forget what movie I seen it in, but that's even how I go to sleep at night. Like I feel like
you're just
you know
like
what I mean?
I'm just almost in vitro.
I'm just meditating. I'm just at ease, and then I'm asleep. Next thing you know, I'm sleeping. You know what I mean? So
whatever works.
It is what it is. But yeah, you definitely gotta center yourself. Whatever your brain needs. Because it's a powerful fucking thing. Like this it's a muscle.
Meditation is really you know what? Just like before we end the show, what I realize is that a lot of us we doing so much that we don't have time to really process a thing.
Yeah.
And I think that's what the problem comes into play at. That we're not really thinking. Because in my job, honestly, I could do my job without thinking.
Really?
I could just and I don't have to think. But that's not that's not like, you know, your brain is a muscle.
Right.
So I'm never really training that muscle because my brain is going everywhere because I don't have to think to do my job.
And it's just so easy.
Yeah, and you do need to center yourself, and you do need to challenge yourself.
Learn. Learn new things. Have some fun. Shout out to everybody doing their thing. This Saturday, my boy shooting a video for this joint. Money Phone, Bruno Brown in the building. I'll see you next week, Melissa. Thank you, Sarita. Then can we have some fun for real?
Money fall. Nigga can't go to sleep.